Welcome to One for the Road. I'm Devvy Kid and your commentator. One for the Road was developed and created to help the busy commuter and Americans who don't have access to the internet find out what Congress and the media won't tell you. I want to read to you a segment from Lou Dobbs' show. He's a CNN anchor. This is from May 31st, 2007, which Dobbs states, "Another pro-amnesty lobbying group today demanding the federal government stop enforcing U.S. immigration law. You probably thought they weren't enforcing those laws anyway. Most people have the same view. But this lobbying group wants the government to wait until Congress passes legislation that would grant legal status to millions of illegal aliens before they enforce any kind of law." Casey Wynn has the story. Casey Wynn. Proclaiming a new era of civil rights, the Quaker Church's American Friends Service Committee joined other pro-amnesty groups to demand that the federal government halt immigration raids and stop deporting illegal aliens. Will Cooley from the American Friends Service Committee. "As a person of faith, I'm concerned that we're not recognizing people's basic humanity and trying to punish people for a law that is out of date. Much like, slavery was legal at one point," unquote. Casey Wynn. These pro-amnesty advocates not only equate illegal immigration with slavery, they also say the Senate's proposed Grand Compromise immigration reform bill makes it too easy for the federal government to deport gang members, and they're complaining the bill would allow indefinite incarceration of criminal foreigners, whose home countries won't even take them back. But most of all, they want an end to the detention and removal of all but the most serious criminal illegal aliens. John Ayala, American Immigration Lawyers Association, states, "We're trying to solve the problem, but we're only creating more problems by aggressively enforcing these immigration laws while an active debate is pending, which would allow for legalization," unquote. I'm sure that you find this as ridiculous as I do, but let's listen to what a former INS agent who worked for 29 years for INS, Mike Cutler, he's a columnist for newswithviews.com, and in his column on May 29, 2007, he said, "When Kennedy and others refer to these millions of illegal aliens as being undocumented, a political agenda is in play here. They want to distract us from the fact that these people are aliens and that they are present in the United States in violation of law. That makes them illegal aliens. There are many reasons why I oppose this ill-conceived and extremely dangerous bill. First and foremost, it is the continuing threat of terrorism and the way that terrorists would benefit by this piece of trash masquerading as legislation. The title of this bill should be Terrorist Assistance and Facilitation Act of 2007. This comes from a 29-year veteran of INS. Here's another fact for you. 70% of all babies born at Parkland Hospital in Texas the first 3 months of 2006 were illegal aliens. Here's a few things about illegal aliens being here to want to just work. More than 9,000 Americans are killed by illegal aliens every year in the United States, more than what died on 9/11. Currently, the number of illegals in this country, a little excess of 20,800,000. Cost of Social Security services for illegal aliens since 1996, $397 billion. Number of children of illegal aliens in public schools, 3,958,000. The cost of illegal aliens in schools K through 12 since 1996, $13 billion. Number of illegal aliens in prisons, 400,000. The cost of incarceration since 2001 for illegal aliens, $1,400,000,000. Number of illegal aliens who are fugitives, 650,000. Skilled jobs taken by illegal aliens, 9,872,000. These are some facts. Illegal means illegal. This isn't about racism. Regardless of country of origin, if you smuggle yourself across our border, you're in violation of our federal immigration laws. Sanctuary cities are blatantly violating our federal immigration laws by aiding and abetting criminals. There's nothing noble or honorable about what these cities are doing. They are promoting lawlessness and anarchy. They are protecting murderers, rapists, petty criminals, and possibly terrorists setting up cells. This is not an exaggeration if you've ever read any of my columns. But don't take my word for it. Here's another, just one of hundreds of instances. May 25th, 2007, and this comes from the Indianapolis Star. A 27-year-old day laborer admitted in court Thursday to abducting and sexually assaulting his 7-year-old neighbor at a Southside apartment complex. "I know what I did," said Jonathan Castillo, speaking through a Spanish translator in Marion Superior Court. "I was drunk and just can't fix things because I'm drunk." That's really good. This poor little girl underwent massive surgery, 7 years old, assaulted and raped by a 27-year-old. And guess what? He's an illegal alien. Churches, regardless of religious denomination, are promoting the violation of federal laws. Shame on them, and shame on any real American who supports this type of lawlessness. Churches in the United States of America have no right to promote violation of our immigration laws. We have every right to protect our borders and protect our people. Next week, these counterfeit U.S. senators serving in the U.S. Senate under a law that doesn't exist will be back to try to save this abomination called immigration reform. I urge you to get on the phone and call your counterfeit senator and tell them no amnesty in any form. We want these people deported. Ask them to vote no on S-1348. And let me give you an idea about some of the numbers. A friend of mine sent me an email. He lives in Arlen Specter's district, and when he called the district office, they were taking a tally, and the staffer told him that it was running 9-1 against S-1348. But Specter was going to vote for it anyway. Counterfeit Senator John Kyle's office in Arizona, the gateway state for this massive invasion, were running 200-1 against that bill. But guess what? Kyle's going to vote for it anyway. 16% of Americans recently polled said that this phony immigration reform bill was going to stop all of this illegal invasion. It is just another smoke and mirrors, just like the 1986 bill that Ronald Reagan signed that left the doors wide open, and here we are today. Those who say that families will be broken apart by deporting illegals, well, guess what? Our state and federal prisons are full of husbands and wives and husbands and or wives who have broken the law and gone to jail, gone to prison. Yes, their families are broken up, but they chose to violate the law, the same as illegal aliens. They have chosen to smuggle themselves into our country by lying and cheating the American people. Don't buy this excuse that these illegals are just doing jobs that Americans won't do, because Americans will do jobs for a decent wage. Please call your federal counterfeit senator and tell them no on S-1348. And if you can't get through to their office in Washington, D.C., call their district office. Because remember, while you're driving to work today, you are working to pay and give a free pass to all these illegals who are flaunting our laws and rubbing it in our noses.